Why Firelord though? Firelord doesn't have the swag of an Alchemist. Alchemist is still swag hero number 1. I mean, politically speaking, he's not really a cool guy because he's kind of a slaver. But if we keep the politics out of it, I think he's an awesome dude. Isn't it more effective if you have one skeleton on like one of these so he doesn't heal himself? Anyways, we have Ted Fiends for Lucifer against Fast Fiends from Happy. No Lich for either side, which draws a smiley... Drowny face? No. What is that called? Frowny face. Not drowny face. Whoops. Illusion Scouts.
Our players' forces are under attack.
23 supply tech for Happy. Over here we have a much faster tech for Lucifer. Illusions around, guys. Crazy micro from Happy. Level 2 now. Another illusion. He did invest a lot of health and mana for this creeping, however. Only doing it with DK and skeletons.
Our players' forces are under attack.
Is he gonna go for some Acolyte harass here? With only skeletons, no Nova, that shouldn't really result in anything. Lucifer's getting a lot done though, with his opening. I know I sound like a broken record here, but Happy is always so predictable in his early gameplay, especially where creep routes are concerned. Lucifer more creative here. With only the DK, he's able to get the same amount of experience pretty much as his opponent. And even takes camps off of his side. Keeps on scouting with these illusions. Still has 3 to use. And yeah, the tech, as we can see here. Holy shit.
Our players' forces are under attack.
I didn't think it was going to be that big of a difference. He didn't tech on 26 supply, right? I don't think so. First Ogre Magi has been claimed by Happy. Greater Mana. Kind of the best item in this matchup. This matchup usually works in such a way that it only has 1 or 2 big engagements and then it's over. And the value of that item is just so amazing if there's only 1 single engagement. Or 2. Oh, nice. Baiting the coil there, getting the last hit after. And almost level 3, only 4 experience away. Mana-wise, both are pretty dry. In fact, Lucifer is too dry for a coil. Happy secures it anyways. That's his level 3. By the way, also greater mana for the man Lucifer. So, no unfortunate drops here. Lich should be out soon though. Then of course, map control goes over to Lucifer. And he's rushing tier 3. Lich into tier 3 and then only the slaughterhouse. He has 3 fiends here. It seems like he's going to be looking for some aggression. And this ghoul is just chilling. Slaughterhouse is going to be an easy cancel if he wants to go for it. Best case scenario, cancel the Slaughterhouse and kill an Acolyte. But that would be pretty bad by Happy if he lets that happen. And he won't let either happen. Oh, okay. I thought he was definitely going to get the Slaughterhouse. But quick TP reaction saves the tier 2 building for the Russian. World-class Undead, who's by the way #1 at Back to Warcraft ELO rankings currently. Here's a Lich. Still needs to be creeping with the DK as he himself is not level 3 yet. And here we have the second hero for Happy coming as well. Yep, the excitement of Undead Mirror, guys. I really wonder what those games were like between WFZ and 120. Were they actually exciting, or were they just exciting for Undead Mirror standards? Gonna have to check out those replays if they are anywhere to be found. But I don't think they're getting published. That's a pretty cool creep by Lucifer. Again, Lucifer is more of the... has more creep finesse. Oh, baby. And does he get rewarded? Alright, I said this is the best item. I forgot about this item. So Lucifer just got the 2 best items in this matchup on this map. That's pretty good. By the way, is this best of 3 or best of... It's best of 3. Okay. Round of 8 is best of 3. I always forget this.
A player's forces are under attack.
Let me just update this. Decent inventory for the Lich of Happy. Not the same as this inventory though. Still good. Soul creeping now. Ooh, the robe. Okay, okay, he's getting there. Ruined Bracers, also very nice. Lich is always in trouble, always in danger. He's just so big of a threat that once he is in a bad position, he will be getting focused. We have a resub by Nibu HSV for 9 months. Thank you very much, man.
A player's forces are under attack.
Do we have a temple yet? Usually temple will only get produced after the Dark Ranger is out. Level 4 for the DK. Mana Stone, holy shit. These drops. Did we have a single bad drop? So we had 1 Ring of Protection plus 2. Other than that, we only had great items so far. For both these guys. Level 3 Lich for Lucifer. Dark Ranger here, Dark Ranger here. Invulns for both. Ooh, that was laggy. That wasn't the stream though, that was just the connection to the game. Yeah, Schnitzellord is saying it. Oh boy, that creeping Undead Mirror. The excitement. And now he gets the second red cam. That is a big ass deal. If he gets the Endurance Aura, this should be GG, honestly. Legion Doomhorn. That's of course useless.
A player's forces are under attack.
Did he get Aura or Death Pact? Aura. Okay. No healing abilities for the Death Knight. Healing himself, I mean, of course. Is it Banshee time? It looks like it's Banshee time.
A player's forces are under attack.
He didn't lose the Brilliance Aura. He still has it. You see? DK still got the Brilliance Aura. Dark Ranger, almost level 3 now for Happy. I think this is oftentimes underrated. Level 2 Skeletons, how much mana they give, especially with Dark Ritual level 2, is ridiculous. And now he's gonna make me look bad and skill Silence, probably. Slipper's not bad either. Okay, okay, now he hit level 3. Alright, now we can skill it. Any upgrades so far? 1-0 for the Fiends of Happy and 1-0 for Lucifer. He rebought the TP, by the way, and using it right now. You're gonna trigger the counter TP. Who's faster with a silence? Who's faster with a silence? They were both really slow, but Happy was even slower. Losing 2 Fiends, 1 Fiend right away. Here comes the dust. The Wand of the Wind is pretty damn good here. I think this game's just over. All the Fiends are getting wrecked. Dark Ranger in trouble. Invul transferred, well done. The Destroyer in the air has taken so much damage but is still alive. The Lich is getting focused. Cyclone again. And the Lich is dead. That's it, GG! Whoop whoop. Should we finish this undead mirror, or what else do we have? I guess so. Finish it? Alright. Wand of the Wind is incredibly strong in that matchup. Because the two armies are both so bursty. The uptime of especially the heroes is absolutely crucial. And yeah, 6 seconds disable on that wand. It's just crazy. Even if you have destroyers, you're never gonna have more than 2. And if you have 2, in that early stage, that's 10 supply that basically does no damage. And if you have 1, you really can't counter the Wand of the Wind. So I think the Wand of the Wind is also pretty damn imba in that matchup. To be honest, the pipe, he didn't really get effect from the pipe, because the game was over before the pipe really had any chance to kick in. Yeah, but the wand kind of finished the game. And the silence was so late. I wonder if there was maybe a ping spike or something. Because usually, after you TP, you have to silence immediately. Otherwise everything of yours gets silenced, which is exactly what we saw. Yeah, he had triple silence. That's correct. We have a resub by Helibopter. Resubbing for 2 months. Thank you very much. Alright, we're calling Starshaped right now. Oh. For co-cast. But I think we have to wait till the next game because this one's already closed. And then we're gonna have Oscar on our stream. Woohoo! Wait a minute, do we have this one set up? Oh, whoops, that was Skype messages. Alright, it is go time for number 1 exciting mirror. Map number 2. Happy's changing the color in true pro gamer fashion. After a loss. Oh! I had the wrong race crest there. I apologize. I hope you guys can forgive me. I just typed in 10 happy because that's just how it goes nowadays. I'm just too used to that. But no! I say no, my friends. It's actually Lucifer with the lead. On Last Refuge, he was able to clutch it out. And I think Happy is gonna be taking away from this game that he needs to be more aggressive, because twice he was caught having to TP. And the second time broke his neck. That along with a Wand of the Wind. By triple silence, we mean all 3 heroes got silenced. On the first map we saw Ted Fiends out of Lucifer. that means first hero, fast hero, late fiends. Not this time, because Turtle Rock, there's no critters. No critters to make skeletons. Makes creeping without units very hard. So now we have early fiends from both sides, without much of a surprise. I wonder if one of the players is going to be going for a sacrificial skull right away, because then he can pop that here, or here, and then creep this immediately, and the other player might be busy creeping that, and then walking over here just to see, oh damn, I'm too late. Kind of risky though. If that gets scouted by skeletons, the DK might be coming over, snacking the last hits with the coils, and his units by themselves can just finish these camps, resulting in an advantage, experience-wise. So I guess it's a risky play to go for that.
A player's forces are
No
under
sacrificial
attack.
skull here, and none here, so straight up standard creep route play. Certainly not surprising to see that out of Happy, because he always does this. This is probably what we're going to be seeing a lot. Creeping. $23 supply for both
A
players.
player's forces are under attack.
In the matchup against Orc, Undeads have started attacking way sooner on 20 supply. But in the Undead mirror, it seems the pros still want to have their Fiend count higher earlier. As we can see here, 23 supply. From both. Identical items so far. Happy did sell his cloak for. This is where it gets iffy. Lucifer got the last hit here with a coil. The next one goes to Happy. And now it's skeleton trading time. Neither player with any more rods of necromancy. Speaking of necromancy, are you guys excited for the necromancer add-on for Diablo 3? If you are, type 1. If you're not, type 2. I am definitely type 1. Diabetes and necromancer. Four fiends now. Against 3. Do none of you play Diablo? Really? Nobody's interested? Well, okay, I guess. Yeah, I think that was the most clear, like, straw poll thingy we ever had. Even when we were talking about cereal, milk or water for cereal, it wasn't this one-sided. Tier 2 about to be done, and fiends are still shooting spiders at each other. Isn't this silly? Isn't this just silly? This looks so weird. Imagine a lich, surprise lich, 20 supply tech lich, and then boom! Nova, 3 kills. But I mean, they saw the number of fiends, so they know that it can't be a 20 supply tech. But Lich's coming!
Players' forces are under attack.
Very, very soon. And Lucifer here, he wins the dick comparison and gets to creep. As a result, statues are in high demand right now with everything being so injured. Does one of them have the balls to actually go for aggression right now? They both know that they're pretty crippled. Does one of them think that they can get more out of this situation? They do not. Creeping continues. Tier 3 is quite a bit faster for Lucifer. But again, considering how hurt all those fiends are, don't think we're going to be seeing an engagement for quite a while. Not before the statues have done their jobs. First one and second one queued up right away.
Under siege.
Coming for the Korean. And for Happy as well. Zoe Mask. Not bad, not bad. Over here we got Rope. Also good. And now level 2 for the Liches. Is he gonna go for the red camp? Is he not afraid of the shockwaves? I would be real afraid of the shockwaves. There's the first one. Oh, imagine if he gets jacked here. He would lose 3 fiends. Oh, next shockwave. Oh, he loses a fiend to creeps. He loses the Lich. The Lich! Oh my god! He loses 2 fiends to creeps. And he almost lost the Lich. Oh, goody. Another fiend. Oh, he saves it. Just barely. Ah, that was funny. Oh, and now Happy's coming in. He found the boots of speed for the Lich. He just found this creeping. But he's not gonna be chasing for this kill. He could have gotten it, I think. Oh, greater mana again. Amazingly strong, of course. Well, Lucifer got the red camp. From that he got the medallion, but he also lost 2 fiends for it. So that's not really worth it, I guess. Orb of Corruption online now on both sides. Lich close to 3 over here also. Closer, in fact. And now it is Dark Ranger time. Surprising that he was able to keep up in supply so well, considering he did lose 2 fiends to creeps. I would like to repeat that. He lost 2 fiends to creeps. It's a really hard camp to take, though, in that situation. Alright, here we go. Happy, map number 1. He may have noticed, alright, always being in the back foot is not gonna be too helpful. Now he's looking for some aggression himself. And again, both red camps go to the Korean. This time he finds the Helm of Valor. Not bad for the Dark Ranger. Certainly something nice to add to her inventory. But Happy got 3 of the consumables. Greater Mana, Greater Invul, and the one of Mana Stealing. And what did he get? One of Mana Stealing also. Is it Banshee time? Seems like it's not yet Banshee time. Over here it is. Happy is skipping them this game, it seems. Going for attack upgrades instead. And again he's forced into the TP. Might be triggering the counter TP if he TP's here. Oh, he TP's over there. Silence! Again, everything gets silenced, but he learned from his mistake. He has a destroyer this time to dispel. Good coil by Lucifer keeps the Fiend alive. The Burrow will not be saving Happy's Fiend. Gets a statue on his way out as well. So, a 2-for-1 trade. And of course, TPs being traded by both sides. But the longer the game goes, the better it is for Lucifer. Because in like 70 versus 70 supply armies, the Banshees are gonna win. Oh, and there's the temple. Okay. Happy goes for Banshees instead, just takes a little more time getting there. Again, prioritizes the Dark Ranger getting to level 3. And I imagine Aura 2, yep. This Lich is pretty scary. 720 mana pool. If he's crazy with his micro and drops the items for Dark Ritual in the fights, he's gonna have like 1,500 mana or something. He keeps the Talisman on the DK. Makes him quite a bit more tanky, of course. But usually, it seems to me, the Death Knights don't really get focused too hard. Oh, here comes the Creep Jack. Circle of Nobility, he's not going to be able to pick it up. Goes over to Lucifer instead.
A player's forces are under attack.
Neither of these players in upkeep yet, both being very greedy. And there's not really much of an incentive to go into upkeep because there's not, like, creeps left to contest. Every single creep has been killed. Welcome to Undead Mirror, where the map dies before we have the first real fight. Actually, there's 2 creeps left here, so I was kind of exaggerating, but I'm gonna be speaking the truth. The true. Right now, as all creeps are finally gone.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, let's check out the experience. 4 for the DK, close to 4 for the Lich for Happy, and 3 for the Dark Ranger. DK is looking the same, Dark Ranger for Lucifer is looking worse, and the Lich is looking about the same. So Happy got a little bit more out of the map, mostly on the Dark Ranger. And here we have the Banshees. No master training for either of them. Don't really have the lumber for it. However, they are going into upkeep. 66 versus 68. But Happy has still a little bit left to spend. 69 now. Only a couple of Banshees though. It's not like they can anti-magic shell everything. Alright, and here we go! Triple silence on 2 heroes and a Banshee. Lich is the first being focused. No, actually he's not. Destroyer in the air gets picked out of the air very quickly. Fiend's dying to Nova rapidly. Coil arrives too late for Lucifer there. That's a bummer. A-bombs in the front lines can tank a lot, but in the end they will die against all of this piercing focus fire. Lucifer at 54 supply. Drawing more even now with this Fiend kill. Not quite enough to micro her away. Dark Ranger now taking a lot of damage as well. A lot of skeletons from Happy here. I really like the mass rod usage with no destroyers being up in the air for his opponent. Dark Ranger still taking a lot of damage. Invul has to be transferred and that will keep her alive. Another Invul is on the Lich. Happy is hoping that there won't be one for the second hero, but there is, and he has to trigger his own. After that, maybe Silence and Focus Fire will be coming out. Here we have the Nova. There is no Silence. Is there a coil? Yes, there is. Just barely, though. So quite a bit of mana on this DK. Happy is low, but he has greater mana that he can still use. Coil has to come to the Lich to keep him alive. That's of course the most important piece of army. But it seems like the Russian will be winning this fight. Oh, nice! Nova hitting 3 of those Fiends. One of them will be picked off thanks to that very, very quickly. Good micro on the Banshees as well. Not quite enough to keep him alive, but it looked good. Oh, but now the Lich in trouble. There is no coil at the moment because there is silence applied. He's waiting, he's counting down the seconds, and now the coil is ready again, and here it is. saving the Lich in the back lines. Long fight. Now going for the DK. He still has a healing potion. Level 4 for the Dark Ranger. By the way, can eat level 2 skeletons now with level 2 Dark Ritual. Which I guess he did skill Silence over Dark Ritual. Over Cold Dark Arrow. Excuse me. And now he's driving him back. Can he find some stragglers? The boost of speed being very helpful right now to put out more damage in the chase. DK has to be very careful. Oh, nice round on the Lich, and I think that should seal the deal, and it will. GG! Map number 2 goes to Happy. Alright. That was a pretty cool fight towards the end. Too bad though that per undead mirror we only get one fight. Maybe 2 if we're lucky. But I mean, we did map number 1 and 2. We have to do map number 3 now. But before we hop in... Oh yeah, that's right. We want to get Starshaped on the phone. Let's see. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Alright, I think I have to turn you up a bit, but that shouldn't be a problem. Alright. Oscar, how you doing?
Doing just fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We have just been watching some Undead Mirror, the most exciting matchup in the game, in case you haven't known.
I was really hoping that Lucifer would just 2-0 that one, but gotta have a game 3.
What about your European pride, man?
I'd rather Korean win than watch another Undead Mirror, actually. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, I guess, if they want ghouls or something. But they never do. It's always just these kind of fiend creep games.
It's better than the European Undead Mirrors, though. You remember Ente versus Czechy, which always turned out to be Destroyer Mirrors? Those are the worst. Those are the fucking most horrible.
I don't even know how those can end.
And usually one guy forgets to buy an invul, and then the hero dies.
You should just call it a stalemate once they have pure destroyers.
Yeah.
Go try again.
Not your thing. No huntresses, no expansions. I know. It's pretty dull.
Pretty dull.
Oh, by the way, Happy's map called is Secret Valley. So if there is a single Lich Gargoyle map, it's gonna be Secret Valley. Well, and Twisted, of course.
I saw one game. I forget what it was, but I think it was Shake versus Happy, where he did like a Death Knight Ghoul all in, and just kind of won in like 1 minute.
Yep, that's what he always plays against me, and it's really obnoxious.
Yeah.
But it seems like at the highest level, that's really hard to pull off. Seems like all the undeads have agreed that Fiend is the meta, finally.
Yeah, but when I play undead, it's always like, okay, I'll go Fiends because that's what you're supposed to do. But then I just always lose to just ghouls and skeletons, and I lose like 4 acolytes, and I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I suck at that as well. But the good ones, it seems like they can do that pretty fine.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with like building placement and frost tower placement, and you just have to be very, very aware of what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And grouping and focusing the hero and microing acolytes in the gold mine and stuff. You know, we undeads, we don't have the luxury of our workers becoming invulnerable, dude, you know, in the gold mine.
I play human too, so you can't really use that argument.
Didn't you also, not too long ago, play Orc again?
Yeah, I've been playing, like, I played every race, I think, at one point. Most recently it was Orc.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you're enjoying most at the moment?
Right now, it's probably human. I was playing human this cup. I lost to Orc Worker with human, so...
What did you play something fancy, or just straight up?
I tried a fast expansion on Last Refuge. I was actually winning. It was going really well, but he went like mass raiders, and he just caught me in a creepjack. I was like, I'm going to creep a mercenary camp, and I don't have a town portal. I could wait for my shop to build, but no, I'm just going to go for it. And then he creepjacked me and killed both my heroes. So I had like a 20 supply lead and an expansion, and then he just killed me.
So you threw
so sad. with all your power.
Yeah, it was a hard throw.
Yeah, it was a hard throw.
So you threw with all your power.
Yeah, it was a hard throw.
Well, but now you're here with us, so that's the silver lining, I guess.
Absolutely.
So now you're gonna be able to bring us the insights into Undead Mirror. We have
my expertise. Yes.
we unfortunately have early fiends from both sides again. I was kind of expecting a Lich, but we don't see that anymore, unfortunately.
I really thought that was more common. I know, Entei, doesn't he play Lich?
I mean, they all play Lich, but only against scrubs like me on ladder. Once they meet the good ones, they all go to their fiends.
I guess it's more safe.
Oh, holy shit, we do have Lich. Dum dum dum. We don't have Lich gargoyles, but we have Lich fiends.
I was just about to say that I remember someone going Lich fiends. I think it was Kirko. He always did that, like Lich first with fiends, then you get Death Knight second. Maybe it was Entei.
Yeah, it's also pretty popular on ladder among the better players. Of course, has its downfalls. If you find yourself low HP in the early game, it can become very problematic. But with this being Secret Valley, there is a solution to this, of course.
Yeah.
So I like the choice here for this map. In general, it seems to me like Lucifer puts a lot more thought into his strategy and his tactical approach, whereas Happy is just like, yep, I'm gonna do my thing,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna outplay you.
That's what I really hate that about Happy. He's just so good at what he does that it doesn't really matter what strategy he does or what you do. He's just gonna win anyway. Just by out-microing and having the perfect timings and everything.
Yeah. And it's kind of impressive at the same time as it is holding him back, I feel. Because, I mean, at the moment he's winning everything in Europe, but once he gets, like, to China, he's gonna have a hard awakening, I believe, once people notice that he's always doing the same shit every time.
Yeah, but he's adapting a bit more. Like, when I played him, I was really surprised because I thought he'd always do the same build every game, because that's what everyone told me. But, you know, I went Keeper Hunts and he actually went Gargoyles, so like, I didn't expect it. I thought he'd just keep doing whatever he always does, but so he does adapt sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, there's some matchups where he likes doing different stuff. Also, he had this phase, I don't know if he does it anymore, where he went for double crypt late game frenzy ghouls against Orc, which looked really good, but I mean, top Orcs in Europe are few and far between. And against 9-up on special maps, on certain maps, not even against Keeper Hunts, he just likes going Gargs.
Yeah, it's underrated. It's a really strong strategy on certain, like Secret Valley, Ancient Isles. It's just really good to go Gargoyles.
Yeah. Well, but let's try to stick with this match for now. That we have the Lich and the DK. I don't think the Lich has been scouted yet. No, skeletons may have made their way over. I didn't see. He did get the big camp in the middle. Greater healing to go for the Lich. Of course, very nice for him with there being no healing for him yet. No boots of speed, however. Doesn't really have the resources right now. And now we're gonna have the first engage. Dude, this might be the first game where we have more than one fight. Wouldn't that be something?
Let's hope so. So what do you think he's going to focus with the Lich? Like, is he going to try to disrupt with Nova, or is he just going to...
I think he just... he keeps his range with the Fiends, and whatever's in the front line is what he's going to attack, because you can't really chase too well with the Lich, because he is still fairly squishy, so you don't want to expose yourself too much. This is kind of looking like map number 2, Turtle Rock, where we had a lot of early game Fiend trading. I don't know really, actually, who that favors, the Lich or the DK. Obviously one has extra damage, one has extra healing. But the aura is not something to be underestimated. Once you find yourself in a bad position, it's really hard to get away if you are facing the aura and don't have it yourself.
Yeah, but I think Happy's doing it pretty smart by keeping the Death Knight back. Because I think the idea is that you want to focus the Death Knight as much as possible since he can't really heal himself. Really nice Novas here, oh my god. Level 3 and 2 great items as well.
Yeah, oh man. 200 damage, by the way, is the number on the level 2 Nova. But now he's out, and with the aura, it's pretty easy to chase down these Fiends. He's going for the Lich for now. He's gonna be able. He should certainly be able to trigger one of these items.
A player's forces are
probably the greater healing potion, I guess. The Immortality potion's a lot more valuable late game. I guess, I don't really know.
Yeah, I agree.
I just assume so.
And there he is. He has a staff now. Still no boots of speed. Going towards the fountain. Yeah, if there was no fountain yet, he would be just in so much trouble now. But there's a fountain, so everything's good. So he gets away with a Fiend kill, and with both items, he had to use one. But of course, with those, some experience went his way as well. So good start for Lucifer. Tier 2 is being finished by both players, and we have the rush for Tier 3 for Happy. even delaying his Lich for this, which I guess makes sense because he has to sort of creep his DK a little anyways because he's not level 3 yet.
Yeah, I think maybe he wants to be a bit safer against, because I guess once the Lich is level 3 he can harass really well. So Happy just wants to get to the point where he doesn't have to attack anymore so he can replace Acolytes. In case the Lich shows up.
And also you really want to have Slaughterhouse as fast as possible for the statues, otherwise Lich with boots might just be chasing you around the map and throwing Novas all the time. You really need the heal. And of course also the thing with losing the Acolytes. He's not going up against ghouls, so it's not as dangerous now here with Fiends being the choice for Lucifer. But it's always some obnoxious thing that can be happening. Just Lich coming in, one-shotting the Acolyte, Nova, and then that's the kill.
I always face like people who would go, they'd send a skeleton into your base and then staff to it and just Nova all your Acolytes. I always lost to that when I was undead.
That's of course more of a higher risk, higher reward play, whereas you can get away with one Acolyte kill for free, whereas in the other example that you just gave, you may have to use the TP.
That's true.
Lucifer doesn't want to do that, not yet anyways. Something that we might see in the later game is Invis Potion on the Lich, run into the base, try to get like 2, maybe even 3 Acolyte kills and then tele staff out. That's another low investment play. But he's getting a lot out of this map right now. He has a web already, which is really early. Of course, the reason for that is the Drake. And from that he's gonna get the belt. Underrated item, I feel. Much like the Period of Vitality. 150 HP is a lot for low-level heroes. Especially. Yeah. Oh, and now might get this Fiend actually. Oh, probably not. Oh, nice round with the ghouls. He can't reach the Acolytes now. That's pretty cool.
Yes, oh, he's staffing too late, I think. Oh, yeah, he used a town portal.
Was risky there. The Nova may have been off cooldown in a second.
Yeah, I think he had to go for that to be safe. But despite that, it's still looking pretty good for Lucifer right now.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty big mistake actually, though, because he kind of has to rebuy the TP. If you don't buy a TP, that's so dangerous, because if you lose first or second hero and you don't have a TP to get out, the game's just over.
Yeah, really cool multitasking by Happy to kind of split his army like this. Something we rarely see in, I guess, Warcraft at all. And I guess it's quite clever in case the Lich shows up again. It's good to have that Nova to slow it down.
Yeah, but with how the early game went, with how much he decided to delay his second hero here, Happy is having real trouble getting this Lich into fighting shape. Whereas the DK is not level 3, not going to be reaching it here, but gets another big item. Throughout this entire series, Lucifer has been prioritizing getting the big items. Especially map number 1, where he got both red camps, including the Khadga's Pipe, which can also be found here, and gets another good one with the robe. And Happy's distribution of experience isn't so good. He already has a level 4 DK and a level 1 Lich. I mean, that's going to change in a second, but still, could certainly be better.
Oh, it might be a creep jack here, but no. Just walking past. But he might go down there now once he picks up the Dark Ranger.
Oh, the Ogre walks back. He's getting blocked though by his own allies. And oh, the Ancient Django is so good. It's amazing. These Fiends are so quick. They are at plus 30% movement speed now.
I'm getting triggered by just watching those Fiends so fast. Oh my god.
And there's a Dark Ranger. So now we're gonna have a fight for the upper red camp. Is there an invul ready? They might both be on cooldown. Oh, one should be there. Anyways, the big one is already dead. Medallion of Courage. Not bad, but certainly pales in comparison to the other one.
Yeah. Not really what you hope for. But, I mean, it could have been worse, but definitely not as good as the Endurance Aura.
And level 4 on the Lich. Lots of mana from these skeletons. DK is not a level 3. If Lucifer was level 3 here, he might be feeling very confident to take this fight, but he's not. And then here we go. Double silence, good start for Lucifer to this fight, but the Fiends are being safe because the DK was not in the double silence. Both forces kiting back, and you can see when Happy moves back, it's just so fast with all this movement speed bonus. The Lich though in trouble. Where's the invul? He doesn't have an invul and he loses the first hero. Massive mistake. He gets that Fiend out of trouble, I guess, but the other one will... Oh, actually it does survive as well.
What a strange fight that was.
Did you keep track of the Fiend kills?
Players' forces are under attack.
I didn't keep track of anything. I don't know how you could even cast that. I really just kind of zoned out, and all of a sudden the fight's over.
Yeah, you just can't lose the Lich. Once the Lich has lost, the game's over. He rebuys him at the tavern, which surprises me because he was only level 2, so it wouldn't have taken too long. Maybe he fears more pressure coming his way. Finally gets the invul at the shop. That was really impatient by Happy. He was next to his own shop before that engagement, saw that the potion was on cooldown, and then didn't go over to get it. That was really cocky.
I mean, they're quite equal in supply, although Lucifer has more economy, and he's getting Banshees behind this, already getting Adept, and the Destroyer upgrade. So, I mean, I guess it's looking pretty good for Lucifer, but still quite even.
It's Happy can't take this fight. The Lich has no mana. There's no way. Also doesn't have the biggest incentive to go for an engagement right now. The creep is, the map is almost entirely crept. By the way, Tome of Experience had been found before by Lucifer. So he's level 3 on the DK. The heroes are way in favor of him. And also, as you mentioned, the tech, the Banshees are just so good. And with a heavy investment for Happy, for that rebuy of the Lich.
I don't really understand. When are you supposed to go, like, Mass Destroyers, and when are you supposed to get the Banshees?
Well, Mass Destroyers kind of have their timing, I guess. You have to fight when they all have mana. And Banshees are always valuable. But yeah, Mass Destroyers, they're the thing of the past, I guess. Because once you figure them out, I think they have too easy of a counter. Whereas Fiends, Banshees, they are the ultimate combo.
But what is the counter? Isn't the counter just to mass your own Destroyers?
No. Mass Destroyers can't really beat those. But we're going into the fight. This time the Dark Ranger won't be taken out too easily. We have an A-bomb coming in as well. It's going to be a lot of extra damage. Burrow on both sides. We have dust only for the Korean, I think. I'm sorry, I might have missed that. And he actually takes this fight really well. The Lich has one more Nova for Happy. Lucifer has a lot more Novas, but he's running back. Happy did decide to go into upkeep before that engagement. And with a supply numbers advantage, he was able to take a favorable engagement here. Is he teching behind this? No. Still not going into Banshee. He's going to make this late game pretty hard for him. Silence coming out again. Double silence onto the heroes of Lucifer. Both Fiends died here just a second ago. Now the DK in trouble. I think Lucifer noticed that the DK of Happy has no TP. That's always a vulnerability. Now we have the first Banshee coming in with anti-magic. Onto the Death Knight, who is still pretty tanky as it is, even though he is kind of low HP here as the bar suggests. Oh, nice silence onto the two heroes of Happy. He already tried to coil there, but it was not in time. So the invul was forced to be used. He will survive because of this. Another Nova finishes the Fiend there before the Burrow can get off. Oh, and now the DK in trouble for Happy. Is there a Nova? There is. He needs to be real careful right now. Level up for the Dark Ranger. Here comes the silence again. Once more, double silence. And Happy's numbers just seem to be doing it. And I don't know why Lucifer is taking this fight just for these two creeps or whatever that are left at the red camp.
Yeah,
the DK in trouble.
Choice.
Has to use the invul. Will survive. Hero, the mana on the hero is getting really low. We have no more coils on either side. So now all the damage is almost unrepairable. And finally, Lucifer admits that he has to retreat from this. Or not.
You really should. I mean, there's no point in staying there even longer.
And I think taking the fight as it was a really big mistake.
I don't think he knew, like, in his head he probably thought that Happy was also getting the Banshees and stuff, so he kind of took a fight when there's no real reason to do it.
But I mean, that army looked bigger than 50 supply. And I guess it's actually a fairly big camp here. Only the Ogre Lord was missing, so it is worth contesting. But
yeah, certainly.
Hindsight's 20/20, but that was a bad fight to take. And Happy once again showing his prowess in micro. And of course the ancient Django was helping him there a little.
But isn't it, now it's kind of like an awkward position where there's no creeps and Happy's above upkeep and Lucifer isn't, so he could potentially sit back and turtle up really hard here and try to just get a really big army later.
Yeah, this is oftentimes an awkward position in this matchup, where both players might just be sitting back.
Oh, he actually
quite a bit of resources.
He cancelled the Fiend. He was building a Fiend and cancelled it, so he probably wants to save food for those Banshees, I guess, or some late tech units. He wants to be able to morph a Destroyer, I guess, to remove silence.
Yeah, might be worth it, might not be worth it though, because you lose the healing and the Destroyer really like does 0 damage. Oftentimes
I
in this
guess.
matchup we don't even see any destroyers.
Oh, don't you remove silence with it? I always thought you'd have like one just to remove silence.
If you're forced into TPing home, you need it, because otherwise everything gets silenced and you're clumped up.
Alright.
But in these late game scenarios, like 70 supply and stuff, oftentimes we don't see any. But Happy proves me wrong. It goes for the destroyer. And how did he get back to 50 supply?
He killed his own units. I think that's really smart. Like,
How many did he kill though? He also killed a fiend right there.
Yeah, he killed a fiend and
a ghoul.
A ghoul, yeah. And he's getting the banshee, so he's really preparing for this late game. He doesn't want to suicide into the base.
Yeah. Patience definitely showing from him. No expansion attempt, of course. Unit Mirror, not a really a matchup where we no expansions, and just exposes so much of a vulnerability that it basically never gets placed. Yeah, and this is an awkward spot. Like, where do you go from here?
I think it's going to last for a very long time. Both of these gold mines are going to run out before we see a fight, I think. That's my prediction.
Cool. Check out the Shade Man. He's got anti-magic on him. I don't think I've seen this before.
Why not? That's a cool idea. Just in case. Keep it a bit safer.
Yeah, it's always, once the Lich sees it, it's going to be immediately Novat, so it makes sense. Yeah, and we have shades on both sides. Okay. Let's compare the hero levels here. We have 4, 3, 2 for Lucifer. It's pretty low, right? 2 Dark Ranger, 2.5 for Happy. Double slippers, by the way, which isn't bad.
He's also breaking upkeep right now, and Lucifer, I don't think he scouted it. He's just checking the expansions.
But considering he's breaking upkeep now, was it worth it, like killing his units
Probably
60
not.
seconds ago?
Maybe a bit indecisive.
Upgrade-wise, 2-0 for the Fiends of Happy and 3-0 for Lucifer. Also, big deal is how much mana is on the Banshees. If you can perma, anti-magic everything. We only have 2 for Lucifer. His Shade did see the production going on, so he knows he has to produce himself to keep up. And he's at 59 against 64. But of course, fighting against a Black Citadel and a shop, those numbers are a little skewed.
Yeah. Lucifer also has 4 invulnerability potions. One of them is a greater, so he has a big advantage in that area. But I guess you wouldn't really use all 4 in a fight anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much, as long as you have enough for your Lich and Dark Ranger.
Yeah, also you really need it on the DK when you don't have a TP. Then it's an absolute necessity.
I always thought they'd go Death Pact at level 4, but they're both level 2 Aura. Or actually, Lucifer's not level 4 yet, but I assume.
Yeah, usually they go Aura over Death Pact, unless in a fight you see that it's gonna become necessary. And you're just about to hit that level. 4 Fiends here. No, 5 Fiends for Lucifer on the other side. He does this so often, he sells his altar. I really don't agree with that choice. Oftentimes he also sells the Sacrificial Pit for the 38 gold it gives.
Do you only get gold or do you also get wood? I never really thought about it.
Yeah, you also get wood, but most of the time it's irrelevant.
Well, he only has 1 goal, so in this case it could actually become relevant to unsummon.
That's true. That is true.
And I guess Happy thinks that like if he needs to revive a hero in the late game, he's probably already lost. So
I killed 2 of his ghouls earlier. 2 of his ghouls and a fiend.
I wonder if it's just not better to, once he's at 59, just maybe try to go for an expansion and pump out units and kind of defend the ramp.
I guess the difficult thing there is then your opponent has all the cards in his hand. He can dictate when the fight's gonna happen. I mean, you basically know when the fight's gonna happen, so when the expansion is finished, but just exposes so much of a vulnerability. Alright, we have 5 Banshees here. They're pretty much full mana, I guess, for Lucifer. So we're gonna have much of anti-magic shell. We're happy we only have 3. That is certainly not enough for mass anti-magic and everything. Do we have master for both? Yeah, right. Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna possess each other's banshees, or if like one of them is gonna start possessing fiends and the other one's gonna respond by possessing the banshees doing that. I don't even know if that works, but it'd be cool to see.
I think usually you really don't have the luxury to do that, because the fiends are at fairly large range apart from each other, and you have to get really close for possession. And especially in Happy's case, with not so many fiends being out, I think you would prefer having anti-magic on everything, and then you don't have enough mana. But maybe we're gonna see some possession. Getting an A-bomb is certainly worth it. And Lucifer has 3.
Happy is preparing anti-magic shell in advance, which is quite smart because he can start mana regeneration on these banshees.
Yeah.
And that anti-magic shield lasts for a really long time, so you could probably use it on all your units and then get back up to full mana, so you can use possession if there's a fight.
I think it lasts 90 seconds or something.
It's insane. And you can't I really hate that spell. I don't understand why you can't dispel it when you can dispel the Night Elf potion.
But in the Night Elf potion you can't click, so that's the advantage.
What do you mean?
You can still Nova and Bolt targets that are anti-magic shelled.
Ah, right, that's true.
Alright, this is gonna be one clusterfuck to cast, man. Everything's green.
I'm gonna leave it up to you. You're the only expert.
I hate those fights, man. It's so hard. Happy's unsummoning everything pretty much. He's buying some shit on the DK, I assume. Hasn't
But
done so
why
yet.
is Lucifer fighting? Why would he fight in the base? There's no incentive to fight.
Maybe he's getting impatient, you know? Maybe Happy's playing the time game. It's getting later in Korea. Alright.
Starts hiding buildings.
This is gonna be a big-ass fight, guys. Positioning is crucial. It's gonna be hard for either of these armies to find a spot where all of their units can attack. Especially now bad for Lucifer, where most of his armies are attacking buildings. That's not good. Loses one A-bomb for free, pretty much, and the second one is very hurt. Does the DK have a mana potion? No, he doesn't, but Happy has the gold for it and the shop in the back. This is a very tough fight for Lucifer, but now anti-magic shell is running out for Happy. We have Curse on kind of everything, and we have anti-magic shell on kind of everything. We have Nova hitting the middle, but the Lich for Lucifer is the big X factor, man. He has a lot of mana, and he's not that far away from 5, and once he gets 5 and can start eating Acolytes or Fiends for mana, then it's gonna be a slaughter. Anti-magic shell not enough there to save the Fiends for Happy. 65 supply for him, 59 for Lucifer, who did not unsummon all of his ziggurats. Oh, the DK in a bad position. Is he surrounded up there? Not really, but he sees the vulnerability. Here comes the Nova in the focus fire. He does not trigger the invul, but still it's going to be very hard for him to re-engage into the fight. Fiends dying for Lucifer more than for Happy here, it seems. The Russian appears to be running away with a supply lead. The DK in a bad position has to go for the invul there, otherwise he would have certainly fallen. Still a lot of Fiends on the battlefield. Still all of the Banshees alive for Happy. Not a single one has died. And of course Lucifer didn't want to dive in too deep. Fire level 4 for his DK. That was a really good Nova that he was able to use there on his opponent. The statues for Happy are almost dry. No more regen coming from them. Not too much anyways. Lucifer has one fairly juicy statue, the other one's also dry. Silence again, and re-engagement from Happy. Losing a Fiend there, not getting any returns yet. And seems like now they're going for the statues. One of them will be falling here for Lucifer. And maybe Lucifer is turning this around right now. His Lich, don't forget about the level 5, it's going to be such a big deal, but now the DK in trouble. He's blocking it with the A-bomb, really well done. Oh, that's the move that might be winning him the game, but the DK is not dead yet. By the way, he does have Aura, no Death Pact to heal up, and the Lich is 5. Alright, here, now we start the show. He has to start eating with Dark Ritual now.
Oh,
the DK though, anti-magic, gets him away, just barely. Invul on Happy's Lich, he has one more coil. He's gonna have to use it soon, but also has to be careful about his own DK, but with a double aura, triple aura I guess, triple bonus. He's really fast. Man, what a fight, 36 supply. For Happy against 36, we're all evened out again. But now he's walking into the Black Citadel. That probably isn't very good of an idea. Holy shit, that was a long fight.
That was incredible. I actually really enjoyed that. I have no idea what was happening for like the first minute, but then all of a sudden Lucifer kind of turned around and it became really close.
Yeah, I was surprised as well that it suddenly did turn around. And if he gets some skeletons to eat with the Lich, man, that is just so much damage. He has a level 5 hero here. That is the big upside.
Yeah. Well, once these like Banshees run out of mana, the Lich level 5 is going to be a lot better, I think, than the level 5 Death Knight.
I do think so. Level 4 now for his Lich. It's also going to help him a lot with mana regen. Healing wise, Lucifer is way behind with his DK being way lower on mana. Easy kill there, miss rally. That's a big mistake. You really don't want to give up units like this when you don't have any income anymore. And he unsummoned his Black Citadel, actually. Lucifer did. We didn't take a look at his main base in quite a while. Doesn't have any more acolytes. Oh, he has one, actually. That's one value acolyte. He can unsummon a lot of stuff now. Invul count. Lucifer still has 3. It's kind of crazy after that long ass fight.
Yeah, they didn't really target the heroes at all. Oh, is Happy gonna engage into this? I don't think so. He shouldn't really. The fountain in the back. Tries to pick off one of those Banshees with the Nova, but doesn't really quite get it.
He's not paying attention with the Lich right now. Now he is. Oh, it's dangerous though.
Oh
nice
my god.
Nova.
Is he gonna get the second one?
Dark Ranger really wants it.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Pause there.
Something like that, that just might turn the game around, because those Banshees are going to be so valuable right now.
I like how he realizes that he can fight into that hard position, because anti-magic is just so good. Anti-magic is so good in this late game stage when the Nova is so strong. And still we have double statue against one statue.
Oh, Lucifer's selling everything just to get another statue. He might sell something more. No, he's not going to get more Banshees. 2 new statues, so he really wants the mana. He realizes how important it is to get the mana regeneration and health regeneration from those statues. He might make destroyers as well and go for like a one last-ditch effort to kill Happy. But it's getting to the point where he's unsummoning so much that he might just lose to like a base race if he's not careful.
Actually going for the destroyer. Is that so much value? I guess there's very few fiends left to easily target that out.
I think it's the only thing he can do at this point. Try to because Happy can't actually morph his destroyers, so Lucifer could target them down quite fast with the magic damage and the splash. Try to win.
Happy that, by the way, didn't save one of his acolytes. He lost them all, and he doesn't have the supply to get any more.
So he has no way to do anything until he loses 12 supply, or 13.
So basically everything apart from the heroes.
Only 1 vulnerability on that Lich as well. Still 3, like you said, for Lucifer. So we'll see what happens here if Happy stays in this fight.
By the way, only 1 shade for either player, so I think actually killing the shade is a big deal. Not going for the shade to start things off. Double silence onto the Korean side. But there's the destroyer as you were hoping for, and now there comes the value, getting rid of that silence. And now he can continue the fight in the way that he wants. But this A-bomb is dead, and it seems like the numbers might just be too much, but now the DK in trouble! Is he gonna be fast enough? He's mis-microing! He sends him back in! He could have just gotten away from there! Huge mistake from Happy.
Tried to pass the invulnerability from the Lich, but...
Yeah, I know, but he was away scot-free.
Oh my god. That was looking so bad for Lucifer. Like, he lost the Abomination, he lost his Banshee, and he didn't kill anything, but then all of a sudden the Death Knight just goes down and the game's over. Incredible series. Incredible last game, at least.
And Lucifer takes out Happy. I don't think many people saw this coming.